So the next part is this: motion of a object on rough inclined plane. Okay, if it is smooth inclined plane, what will happen? Simply it will slide down. If inclined plane is smooth, then what will happen? Object slide down, does not rotate. Why it does not rotate? A smooth inclined plane. Suppose this is a smooth inclined plane. Okay, na? So this is the object. So as it is smooth, what are the force acting? Mg will act downward. How the normal action is acting? Normal action will act something like this. Both are passing through axis of rotation. Mg will pass through the center. Even normal action also will pass through the center. Okay, na? This is smooth inclined plane. So both are passing through axis of rotation. Then what the torque acting is equal to? Torque acting is 0. So that's why you don't find rotation. No rotation will be there. Simply what will happen? It will translate, slide down. Only translatory motion will be there. So when it will exhibit combined motion, something like this, it will rotate and fall down. When it will exhibit combined motion, so it will exhibit the combined motion whenever it is rough. Whenever inclined plane is rough, then it will exhibit combined motion. Why? Let us see. Okay, na? So as I told you, how the forces are acting. Mg, if this angle is theta, what is the one component, one force? Mg sin theta will act in this way, and this is the force of what? Mg cos theta, and this is the normal reaction. Okay, na? So all these forces are passing through center mass. Actually, these three forces cannot rotate the body. But because of mg sin theta, mg cos theta, normal reaction will cancel out. I can write down normal reaction is equal to how much? Mg cos theta. Okay, normal reaction is equal to mg cos theta. But because of mg sin theta, this object will try to move linearly or rotatory. Will it rotate or will it move in linear? Already we discussed, when force is acting at center, there will be no rotation. It will try to tend to move in linearly. Means it will tend to slide down. Same as this, it will tend to slide down, then friction will act in backward direction. Clear? Understood direction of friction? Because of mg sin theta, it will tend to move or tend to slide downward, then friction will act in backward direction. Now this friction will try to rotate the body in this sense. Which sense it is? Anti-clockwise. Okay, na? Because of this friction, this will tend to rotate in anti-clockwise sense. Now forces are acting. As forces are acting, it's an accelerated combined motion or uniform combined motion. Should be accelerated. Am I right? So we have to write down the equations. What is the path or what is the map to solve the questions? First write down the equations of linear. Let us go in the linear. Suppose it is coming down with acceleration A. If object is coming down with acceleration A, what is the equation I can write down? Mg sin theta minus F is equal to Ma. Mg sin theta downward force, F is upward force. Mg sin theta minus F is equal to Ma. Normal action Mg cos theta both will cancel out. Okay, na? And then which one will create the torque? Rotatory motion equation if you want to write down. Which one will create the torque? Only friction will create the torque. So I can write down F into R, perpendicular distance. Perpendicular distance is F into R, which is equal to, I can write down I alpha. So I am not taking particularly a body. It can be a sphere, it can be a solid or hollow sphere, it can be a cylinder, it can be a disc, a ring. Any spherical object you can take. It can be a combination of two wheels. In the question they may give you any object. Okay, na? So F into R is equal to, I can write down, this is okay, let it be F value. I write down first. So what is F value? F value is equal to I alpha by R. Okay, na? So if I keep this over here, then mg sin theta minus I alpha by R is equal to, I can write down Ma. Okay, na? Now the question is what is the condition we will take, whether it is sliding down, like forward slipping or backward slipping, or no slipping condition. Something to be taken, but we don't know that. So I am taking that, assuming, it's an assumption, assuming that no slipping. What is the meaning of no slipping? Assuming no slipping No slipping means velocity of contact point should be same. This velocity of the contact points, the point on the what do you say that, suppose ring, point on the ring and inclined plane should have the same velocities along the contact. Okay na? So here inclined plane is at rest, then contact point should be at rest. So to make the contact point is at rest, V is equal to R omega. V is equal to R omega should be the condition to make the bottommost point is at rest. If I go for derivative, then I'll get A is equal to R alpha. So I'm using the here same thing only. A is equal to R alpha if I use, okay, no slipping, then A is equal to R alpha, then mg sin theta minus I by R into, in the place of alpha I can write down A by R because I want to identify A value, is equal to MA. Then mg sin theta is equal to m plus I by R square into A. Okay na? So then what is the A value is equal to? A value is equal to mg sin theta by m plus I by R square I can write down. So furthermore I can write down g sin theta by 1 plus I by mr square. Okay na? This is the acceleration of the body. Acceleration of the body depends on moment of inertia also. Okay na? Moment of inertia by mr square. So if you want, you can write down I value is mk square. Let me see, I have a space, yes. So what is the acceleration value we have? We have the acceleration value is g sin theta by 1 plus I think I by mr square. This is the acceleration value I got. So acceleration value is equal to g sin theta by 1 plus I value mk square by mr square. Okay. Then m value will cancel out. So okay, so I tell you this there is best, I mean some idea behind this cancellation of m. I'll explain that part, don't worry. So g sin theta by 1 plus k square by r square. By the way, what is the k? K stands for anyone? I is equal to mk square. K is called as, forgot, radius of gyration. Means conversion of body into, conversion of object into a particle. Okay na? Radius of gyration. Okay, if you remember it's okay, otherwise not that much important, but try to understand or try to remember what is the definition of radius of gyration. So this is the acceleration I got. So acceleration value is g sin theta by something. So definitely k by r square won't be 0. K by r square will have some value. Okay na? As it is some value, I will get in the denominator 1 plus something. More than 1 I will get. So that means this value is less than g sin theta. First of all, what is the first conclusion? If you keep any spherical body on the inclined plane, it will come down with less than g sin theta acceleration. Okay. Whereas on smooth surface, if I keep any body, that will come down with what acceleration? G sin theta. And acceleration of the body depends on the k value. As the k value changes, acceleration of the body changes. Okay. So let us see that here. You can see in this animation we have taken different objects. Okay. This is the cube. Cube is on the frictionless surface. Cube is on the frictionless surface. We have solid cylinder, cylindrical shell, something like in a ring, solid sphere and spherical shell, hollow sphere. Green one is hollow sphere. Okay. This is hollow sphere. So I can write down this is hollow sphere and this is cylindrical shell is nothing but ring also. Okay na? See different, which is coming first out of all 5, which is coming first? First will come block will reach the bottom. Why block come first? Because it is having the acceleration is how much? The block will have the acceleration g sin theta directly, because it is smooth surface, frictionless surface, object is there, it is coming down, so it will have g sin theta acceleration. Whereas these accelerations are, all the 4 will have the acceleration g sin theta by 1 plus k square by r square. Okay. If you want to write down, you can write down the moment of inertia at different places. You can check. Solid sphere is coming first na. Let us see what is the solid sphere moment of inertia, sorry, acceleration. G sin theta by 1 plus, okay na, I'm solving for solid sphere. For solid sphere if I am writing, okay na, so this I'll number it 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay. So I am talking about A3. solid sphere acceleration I am talking about. G sin theta by 2 by 5 r square, k square is 2 by 5 r square by r square. If you want, you can write down I value is 2 by 5 mr square by mr square. That also you can do. R square goes off. Then what is the A3 value is equal to G sin theta by 1 plus 2 by 5. Then what is the A3 value is equal to 5G sin theta. It's not 6. Okay, so this is what 5G. 5G sin theta by 7. 5 by 7 closely 0.7. Okay, na? 4.9 na? 0.7 G sin theta, something like this. This is the A3 value. Okay, na? Similarly, I am talking about now spherical shell, cylindrical shell. Spherical shell means 2 by 3 you will get. So directly I can write down now. A4 is equal to, what is the A4 is equal to? Here you will get 2 by 3, then I will get 3 G sin theta by, you will get 5. Check this once. Okay, na? So you will get 2 by 3 here. So 3G sin theta by 3 plus 2, 5, which will give you 0.6 G sin theta. That is A4. What about A2? I am writing here. Okay. A2 is G sin theta by 1 plus K is nothing but R only, because cylindrical shell, no, moment of inertia of the ring mr square. So K value will become R, radius of gyration. Moment of inertia is equal to mk square. Then K value you have to find out. Only thing you have to remove the m. So then R goes off, then A2 is equal to G sin theta by 2, then A2 value is equal to 0.5 G sin theta. That is 0.5 A2 value. Similarly, A1 solid cylinder. What is the solid cylinder I can write down? A1 value, I am writing here A1. Actually, I didn't follow the proper, what do you say that, proper way, A1, A2, A3, A4, that should be the thing, but I calculated in reverse. So what is the A1 value I can write down? G sin theta by, what I can say, 1 plus actually r square by 2, because it's something like a disk, no, solid cylinder is a disk, mr square by 2. If you want, you can write down mr square by 2 by r square. So you will get 2G sin theta by 3. So what the 2G sin theta by 3 is? A1 is 0.closely 6 and 6 or 6, 7 you can write down G sin theta. Now from all these accelerations, see, this is one acceleration we got, this is the other acceleration, this is the third, and this. Which acceleration is more? Which acceleration is more? A3 is more. Okay, na? So A3 is more than, okay, let me do another way. Okay, na? A3 is more than, I can write down, A3 is more than, next what? Next what will come? 0.7, 0.6, 0.67, 0.5. So A1 greater than, next is what? Next is A4 greater than A2. See, as acceleration is more, then it will come to the bottom first. It will take less time. If acceleration is less, it will take more time. More acceleration, more faster, no? Okay? Yeah. So check, solid sphere is first. Am I right or not? Next what has to reach? Solid cylinder has to reach. See once. Next which one has to reach? Spherical shell. Last should be cylindrical shell. Last should be the ring. First should be the solid sphere. Second should be the cylinder. See, second one is cylinder. Third one is a spherical shell. Understood? And cube always reaches more, first comparatively spheres. Because spheres are in rolling motion, but cube is in purely translatory motion. It will have acceleration G sin theta, which is higher than all the things. Okay? So I think you got better clarity on this, right? Good. Pranav, Varun, you understood? Okay. So what I do is, I'll continue with the questions in the next class. So I'll try to import as much as animations we can, because rolling is something like a tough part because of imagination only. If you can imagine, then it will become very easy. Okay. So happy Raksha Bandhan to everyone. Enjoy the day. So I don't want to take much